you mentioned yesterday, this is kind of like some coaches and former players. This is kind of the start of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it puts you back in the mindset of college football after maybe a brief reprieve of summer. So it's exciting, really is.
Commissioner, before we get to our football questions, you chose to use part of your time yesterday. You chose to use part of your time sort of addressing these issues, these NCAA issues. Commissioner Mike Slive of the SEC brought them up last week. Wes and I were there to listen to what Commissioner Slive had to say. Just based on what you said yesterday in my private conversations with you, you generally feel like we need to do something more than just tweak around the edges. There's some fundamental things we need to look at in college athletics.
Well, I think so, Tony. I think when you look back over the last year in particular, and maybe it's just brought some things to a head, if you will, but for all of the great shape that college football is in, you look at the interest level and attendance and television ratings, and
right.
It is such a healthy game, and it's become such a national game. When you look at the other problems that have occurred just one after another over the past year or so, I don't think we can sit back and say, everything's right with the world, because it's not right with the world of college football for all the great things that are there, and the good far outweighs the bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've hit a point where we really need to collectively take a step back, take a breath, take a look at the enterprise, understand and accept the fact that there are things going on that aren't acceptable, that aren't healthy in the long term, that could really damage something we all love a great deal if we don't pay attention to it and correct it and try to find better ways of doing things.